Hey there, my name is Pravus. Welcome to more Kingdoms Reborn in Skallens, playing as the Norsemen. We are well and truly into the Middle Ages, and in the last video, we got ourselves a load of automated trade, and the result is we're becoming fairly darn wealthy. So, next thing we need to do is just go ahead and conquer some of these small little guys, demand a bit of tribute, get some tulips up and running so that we'll have some extra tier luxuries ready to go, tier 1 I should say. That's going to get these houses up to level 4, at which point we turn on the clothing industry, we get a load of sheep shoops up and running, and all of a sudden we are off to the races. I'd also like to go ahead and continue building out, let's say, some bees as another industry, get some more beeswax, we'll turn that into candles and stuff as well. Now, one problem, of course, with having a larger and larger population is they do consume more and more of those luxuries, so at some point, the population will grow so large we stop making profit because we won't be selling any more of this stuff, which is obviously going to be a little bit sad, but hopefully we can go ahead and just boost these up to 8 or even 12 of the same type of industry and solve that problem. At the end of the day, more people, more money, more opportunities for profit. That's how I choose to see it. There are some other things I've got access to now. Markets, and this is something I really would like to have. Is it worth replacing a couple of houses in order to get this? I mean, that does reduce some of my science and stuff temporarily, but what it does do is make it a little bit easier to sustain the needs of all these people. So yeah, there's something to be said about trying to just tear down a couple of houses over here, for example, set this up in the middle, and then we'll just go ahead and have a load of houses taken care of there. I guess it's all right. I don't love losing the science, but if it means that we have a more autopilot town over here where its needs are being met, and we can migrate people over in this direction so they can farm the tulips, I guess at the end of the day, it's gonna be okay. Oh, we just got a level 4 house somewhere. Where's a level 4 house? Where? Is it over here? Is this level 4? It is indeed level 4. All right, so 11.3 income and 4.5 science despite that. Well, that doesn't quite feel right, but I think that's because it doesn't have enough occupants in there. Regardless, now that this is at level 4, here's the tier 2 luxuries, of which there are many, many. This is a much better looking tier 4 house. All right, 28 income and 17.2 science. Excellent. By the way, if we can get ourselves a freaking ton of bricks, I would absolutely love to get some better fireplaces. Because that means that our wood and coal goes a lot further, and we actually do make a pretty substantial amount of our profit out of things like charcoal. I know people don't believe me on that, but seriously, 7 wood at 7.02 value is worth 49.14 gold per batch. The result being 46 times 6.99, 321.5 gold per batch. So this is by a long shot, currently, aside from the beer, the best profit we've got in the town. It's better than furniture, which is crazy. Whoa, a level 5 house. That I was not expecting. All right, that bumps up to 41.7 and 26.7 science. We got some clothes at use. Okay, excellent. Probably means we should stop selling all of the clothes. Okay, I'm good with that. Oh yeah, look at this. All right, year 15 summary. In this last year, we boosted up our revenue and our science rather substantially. And as we all know, the more science you got, the faster you snowball. This is starting to work for me. My money's looking real stinking good. Have we finished conquering you yet? Gosh dang it, peasants. Just lay over and die. That's how it's supposed to work. By the way, if you don't know, when you do combat in this game, the further your combat is away from the city, the more of a penalty you face. So in this case, minus 2% because we're really close to the capital. Not a huge deal. It does mean if I wanted to launch an attack like, let's say, way over here against Hastings over here, I'm going to need to send so many stinking troops over here because we'll be fighting with like a minus 60% penalty. It would hurt. It would hurt an absolute ton. Better to ally them, technically speaking. But for funsies, I mean, I'm a Viking. I'm just going to raid them. We have access to Logistics 3. That means I'm now able to make stone roads with excess stone, of which I've got plenty. Plus, we can start building out some much more dedicated warehousing. That's going to be very, very good for me. Foreign relations means we can start getting some extra, looks like just extra upgrade points if I build this in every one of my neighbors, other nations, I guess, cities. And we can also do trade deals, etc., and also minor city interactions. Don't care about that too much. Deep Sea Tuna. That is a new resource that was added into the game. But something I'm going to do instead is go ahead and grab Empire Building, because we should be finishing our conquest of these guys relatively soon, and I'm curious to see if these guys are going to give me very many upgrade points at all. And there you go. All right, we have conquered Nordtot. All right, the result is we get 5.2 extra gold, huh? That's it? Okay, well, we might be able to get a little bit more once I get the foreign relations tech, but it's not much. Oh, here's something I want. Trade relations. Every time we research this, we reduce the trading fee. Yeah, up to another 20% removed. That basically could mean eventually we get to a point where I have basically 0% trading fees. And you might imagine that's going to turn into a bit of extra money. Like a lot of extra money. I love that idea. So many housing upgrades coming in now. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Yeah, we're starting to make a lot of moolah now. Me likey. That look at the money go up. Look at the money and the science go up. Ah, it's so good. I am going to go ahead and get rid of these buildings over here. I don't think they've been getting me pretty much anything for a while now. So go ahead and demolish that. Hopefully I didn't just get rid of the cards. They should go back into your hand, but I also appear to have a pretty full hand here at the moment. I'm doing that in part to just go ahead and make a little bit more space around, let's say, one of my tailors, so we can have just a second one of these right here. Even if I don't build it, doesn't matter. That should help me get a bit of an extra boost if I want to get the Tailor Town. For that, I'm going to need some more iron. Up to 35,000 gold now, by the way, and rising rapidly. Yep, things seem to be going A-okay. Oh, I found the cards. Yeah, there's a card inventory up over here that are apparently not going to be used very often. Boom, okay. So, like, for example, we can toss the Swordsman in over here, and there's the other ones I was missing. Perfect. All right. So, over this direction, got myself another Forester. Let's go ahead and place down some additional fruit gatherers, hunters, etc. It's worth getting some extra food. Why is it worth getting extra food? Honestly, you could just buy it all, but like, there comes a point where a little bit of self-sustainment isn't a bad idea. Just in case, you know, the unthinkable happens, I ran out of money, my entire economy fell apart because I didn't have any currency and liquidity. Whoa, that's an increase and a half right there, heck yes. But yeah, I mean, I just think it's always good. Also, food can be kind of expensive, you know? It is actually expensive to have lots and lots of food, so it's still somewhat profitable. Maybe not the most optimal in the world, but it's somewhat profitable. Oh, we got ourselves a full 100 population. All right, extra books for me. That's a good sign. We're growing. You know, with our money, we can actually go to these cards shops over here, and we should be able to buy some of these books. Not saying it's necessarily, like, a really good thing to buy, but if we wanted to, we could just buy some of these, and they might even pay for themselves eventually. What's this luxury importer? Allow trade buildings within the radius to trade luxury resources. Are we not already sort of doing that? Okay. We have an embassy. All right, get me some more upgrade points. Whoa, and of course we've got more stuff to do here. We could send some gifts to these little guys, or we could just say, no, die! Well, we're not going to do that. I guess 121 gold per, what is it, like year in this case or whatever. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know. Controlling city-states, I remember being somewhat lackluster in the past, but better to conquer them now if I want to raise them later than to wait until they get strong, and then I have to get rid of them. Where am I going to set up a little embassy? I guess we could set one up over here in Hastings, or Hastine, or however you say that over here. Costs a chunk of money, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Nope, we don't have a good enough relationship. Can I have a card back? Thank you. We could do some trades. We could do some gifts. Give them some cards I don't care about, for example. I do care about all of these right now, but like, what about diplomacy? What can we do? Declare a friendship. Marry out a daughter or son. Alright. Declare friendship and marry some people out, and we are now family. You befriended us. Now I can place an embassy. Boom. And that means we now get some extra upgrade points, and so do they. And she gave me a gift. Oh, thank you. Okay, is this what it's like to have friends? They give you money? I love it. Oh yeah, and let's go ahead and start building some stone roads in a lot of key intersections of the city. Because I love the idea of people being able to move 30% faster. That's always going to be good, no matter what. Oh, we've got a lot of tulips over here. Holy crud. Okay, we are farming up plenty of the things. Let's go ahead and start selling some of those. More money. Okay, I've got another good 8% or so off of our trade relations. Do we do that again? Actually, I think I'm going to go swap over to heating technologies temporarily. We have been using up a lot of coal as of late. Should still be producing plenty, but yeah, that's a thing. I'm having trouble actually getting enough builders to run around and do everything I want them to do. Even if we have bumped this up to 4, there just aren't a ton of builders to go around, and some of these structures are really far away. But oh well. I think we might as well go over here and go ahead and conquer these guys. They're tier 4, so they're a little bit scarier, but I am hoping that we still can handle these guys and just take on one other little vassal that I can either keep or get rid of at some point at my leisure. Yeah, 12 militia. That's not so bad. All right, we can handle that. Oh, crap. I wasn't paying attention. I just lost all my... Oh. What was I just saying about paying attention and not messing this up? Okay. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and research, the Berserker? Low distance attack penalty, or we could go ahead and get some catapults. I don't think we have walls yet. That said, the longship. These are coastal battles. I could see that being pretty powerful. So how strong is a longship in comparison? 183 attack? Wow, ho, 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 okay. 800 freaking wood to build, though. My God. All right, well, let's try this whole conquest thing again. Using swordsmen, then archers, and then I'm going to go ahead and reinforce using a longship, which means, holy crud, we're going to start burning through these guys fast. Oh, yeah, that right there, that's some power. That's some beautiful power. Holy crud, wait a minute. Is every single civilization coastal? Let's see, you are. Oh, my God. What I could do is just build a whole mess of longships and literally conquer all these people. I could totally do that. Oh my God, I'm sitting on 400 more clothes. Woo, buddy. All right, let's go ahead and export some of those. Yeah, you thought my money generation was good before? At 47.51, this is about to skyrocket a bit more. All right, so that's another conquest for me, now producing 9.7 in tribute. It's not a lot, but, I mean, hey, it counts for something. So what do we need to move on to the Enlightenment age? I need some level 4 houses, 8 more of them, to be precise. That is kind of a lot. Let's go ahead and work toward things like trade routes so I can build up some roads directly to my little vassal states. Not that I'm sure that's going to add much, but hey, maybe we get some little trade missions and stuff we can do with them at some point. I don't know. Grabbed a bit more territory off in this direction. Could actually go ahead and start conquering this one over here as well. I guess I shall do so. But I think the lesson here is we want to get some berserkers for an extremely strong front line, and then nothing but longships in the back as long as they don't have walls. That would be very, very powerful. So I like to think of different segments of my town in terms of what they'll produce. This town over here is primarily going to be for furniture and for beer. What am I going to do over here? We've got tulips, obviously. Maybe we could turn this into a little bit of a pottery town. That is another tier 1 luxury we haven't been messing with as of yet. I don't think it's absolutely crucial we do that. We could probably ignore pottery this entire game. But I also don't think it's ever really that bad of an idea to have some extra luxuries being produced. So if we wanted to, that could be a thing. But what do we do off in this direction? We could start trying to manufacture, let's say... Ooh, candles, right. Candles need to be somewhat central. Maybe candles like over here. Yeah, we'll set up some candles over here where we can have 2 of our beekeepers relatively close together and drop off resources. And then what else? Coffee, magic mushrooms, tequila, spices. There's actually not a lot of tier 2 luxuries that I'm going to be able to make without getting into some other crazy production chains. I haven't got some of the resources or the special types of crops that I would need for something like that. Out of curiosity, if we go to the card shop over here, is there anything over here that does not have a very high fertility dependence? Yeah, cannabis doesn't. Neither does dyes or cotton. However, even 70% is a bit much. If I look at some of these, yeah, the 51% mark and stuff. 100% fertility in a jungle? Really? There's 100% fertility over here? You sure? Yeah, sure enough. Okay, look at this. This may not have a special luxury resource on it, but those meadows mean that there's a ridiculous amount of growth potential over here. So if we wanted to, we could pick up something like, let's say, coffee or grapes and start making wine and just have a load of stuff being farmed up over here and then transport it down into another production area. Wouldn't be a bad plan. I've got 1,000-something tulips. Holy crud, we are sitting on way too much. Sell it off faster, for God's sake! Sell the tulips! I can't get... Oh gosh, we're going to create some sort of a giant tulip asset bubble and it's all going to explode on me, isn't it? This is like history, like all over again. Humans have learned nothing! Oh crud, I completely forgot about these guys. I lost my 2 swordsmen and we still conquered them. I got my longship back. We're fine! Never punished. Never punished. Let's go ahead and build an inner city road. And this is going to let me basically build this stuff up like so. Yeah, sure, why not? There we go, and now we have a trade route connected, and the result is we get an extra 100 gold from trade routes. Perfect. Do we want a caravanserai in order to get some extra stuff? give profit to both destinations. I guess you could place down some of these. I don't remember how these work, though, if I'm honest. Maybe they're good, maybe they're not. Who knows? Well, the moral of the story is we want to make sure we have some roads going literally to everybody. So I'm just going to go ahead and set these things up. Costs a lot of gold, but it makes a lot of gold. So I think this is going to pay for itself in no time flat. So what's my big bottleneck right now? I think it's actually population in order to work all the production chains that I currently want to have set up. Yeah, we need more people. More people. I'm kind of outgrowing my ability to reproduce. You know what I mean? This might actually be a really good opportunity to get myself some additional immigration centers. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. And with the quick build tech, I no longer even have to wait for my builders. I can just spend money and boom, it's instantly done. Just like that, we have another immigration office ready to go. Hey! Economically, the only thing I'm struggling on still is things like tools. Oh, sure, I accept. Why not? No cards! Toss the immigrants back. I don't even want them anymore. What I was gonna say is, the only thing I seem to be struggling on economically is tools, which I can buy, so it's not a big deal. And then food. I'm still struggling a bit on the food department. We're certainly not self-sufficient when it comes to things like iron bars and bricks. Working on that, but still, okay. Why can't I get candles? We need 5 more level 2 houses. I still don't have 30 houses, and that shocks me. Considering how well we're doing right now, I really would have expected to have a lot more. So I got a few strong military units here. I'm curious. Could I take this guy on, do you think? I mean, he's far away, for sure. If I try to conquer and vassalize him, I wish it told you up front what the penalty would be. But with a couple of berserkers and 4 longships, I think we could beat these guys. So we're going to toss everything into this. All right, let's see what happens. Minus 48%, and they do have walls. Okay, walls admittedly take a very long time to get through. They've reinforced with their units. Okay, so my berserkers are going to die very quickly. We retreat. Yeah. We're going to lose 1 berserker out of that. It's going to take too much micromanagement for it to be worthwhile. I need a way to get over their walls. You could use catapults, but it's not a great way of getting rid of the walls. That's what I would need. And with 53,000 hit points, that's kind of painful. Well, let's see. Catapults attack, ignore walls defense. See, that's the thing, is I'm wondering, would it make sense to get some catapults worked in there, and if they ignore defense, they burn it down faster? I honestly don't remember. Funny, I thought they said that the Navy was not going to take any losses. So we lost more than 1 berserker. We lost a couple longships. That's actually very painful. Okay. Yeah, so these guys have kind of atrocious HP. That's really unfortunate, actually. So forget the berserkers. What you do is you have nothing but longships then. They have so much more HP, and they do a lot of damage, even more damage. The only downside is they're expensive, and they can only fight in coastal battles. But when every enemy is coastal, who cares? All right, so let's finally answer that question as to what mead is. It looks like it is a tier 2 luxury, actually. Okay, so yeah, honey becomes mead. And we can reduce the amount of honey necessary, boost the productivity, and then the normal stuff. Toss in passion and the motivation. 15 becomes 30. That's a pretty substantial profit margin. Okay. The only problem is I don't think we are going to produce a lot of honey, especially if we are going to be consuming it as quickly as we make it. So that's still going to present a small challenge. All right, I should finally be able to get the candle maker. There you are. Boom. Okay. Medicine maker is something I actually do need. I'm running out of medicine, and making my herbs go further would actually be great. We can get the magic mushroom farm instantly since I've stacked up a load of science, and there's the coffee roaster once the opportunity becomes available. All right, let's grab deep sea fishing just so I have it done. And lo and behold, we finished all the techs. All I need to do is get 1 more house leveled up. Yeah, we'll get the candle maker and the medicine maker, and not that farm, and not that. There we go. All we have to do is just wait for this scene to get leveled up to level 4, and we're ready to move on to the Enlightenment age. And there it is, just like that. All right, click on this. Now we just wait for a moment, and we're there. Welcome to the Age of Enlightenment. Oh, cool. I love the idea, by the way, that they changed the art up for this so that we are, in fact, still Vikings, but we're enlightened Vikings. All right, what do we want? Rationalism. So you get a lot of science for happiness above 80%, which I'm not at yet. or a load of attractiveness for every house above 5. I mean, at the end of the day, I think rationalism is always going to be the better choice, right? Attractiveness is nice, but yeah, we're not above 80% now. This is going to pay for anything like now, but eventually this could translate into just lots and lots of free science. What else do we want for an era bonus? Protectionism or free thoughts? For every trading post and port and company in the world, we get science. Or 20% extra luxury productivity and then double the import fee. So we're really bad at importing luxuries, but we make a lot of them to make a lot of money. Man. I'm kind of leaning toward the protectionism. Ideally, we're not going to be importing very many luxuries to begin with. The science is nice, for sure, and it would translate into like a 5% boost right now, at least, maybe 10, which is good, but I feel like this is going to be even better. I'm going to go ahead and just conquer, like, every city-state I can find right now. Oh, there's a deep-sea tuna, by the way. That's kind of cool. Yeah, if you exist on the coast, be afraid. The terrors of the seas have arrived. And the cool thing about some of these little guys over here is they don't even have walls, so I guarantee they're gonna fall pretty much instantly. Heck, we kill one of the militia every 2 volleys. These guys can barely scratch me, and I'm not even at my final form. We can get more. I think I saw something about a level 6 house. Oh, there it is, right there. Hello. All right, 62 income and 38 science. Yeah, that is just objectively better. All right, the candles are doing their job. Let's plan on putting down another residential area. We could do something kind of like this, I guess. We need to get a library, a bunch of houses and stuff. Sure. That'll be fine. We've done this before. We'll do it again. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my town hall. We have reached level 4. Alrighty. Also unlock spies and more cards at the card vendor, if that's something I want, and set delivery targets. Not sure I care about that. So what else would make some sense here? Oh, wow, there's a lot more cards over here. Hold on. The church, no, resource outpost. Actually worth building in a lot of locations, but we'll come back to those. Citizens cannot leave, no. Beer tax, all you can eat. Extra food consumption, but a lot of happiness, no, probably not. Bread? It's okay. Yeah, you could do that. 10 more military unit slots, or 1 for every 2 trading companies. Hello. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That could definitely translate into me having a lot of military power, and I just start attacking literally everyone in sight. Yeah. Okay. Anything else here that really jumps out at me as great though? Not amazing. I mean, this won't be outstanding for me. This isn't going to be outstanding for me. I don't care about the mining equipment, the coal pipeline. I guess temporarily we could pick up the beer tax. But to be honest, it's kind of falling off a little bit. I'll add it in there just for now. But I don't anticipate that we're going to get a lot of value out of this. It's only another couple hundred or so gold per cycle. Which is still a fair bit, but like, it could be a lot better. Now, one problem is I'm noticing my money is going down a lot. And that is partly because we are having to buy a lot of stuff now. Population hath grown too big. Too big, I tell you. So now that we're in the Enlightenment age, what's the next big resource that we need in order to continue upgrading our buildings? That would be glass. Glass. Yeah, and oh boy, I'm not making as much money as I did before, for sure. Okay. We gotta figure a few things out here, I think. Definitely still making a pretty hefty profit on most of my luxuries. They're doing okay. But we need to start making my own tools. We can buy the iron bars if I have to, but start making them myself. That'll be worth a fair chunk. And then also we really need to get our food situated so I can stop buying food. Because look at this. You can see the red color here. These prices have inflated a lot. And that's because I have to buy so dang much food. So we want to fix that. I also would like to get a lot more medicinal herbs so I can start making more medicine so I don't have to worry about this. So far we're doing okay. And yes, I'm still conquering people. That's fine. So I think that the next big tech for us, or the next big transition, is going to be getting bread. Lots and lots and lots of bread. And to that end, this area down over here might just become bread central, and we'll end up getting rid of the fruit gatherer and everything else over here. They're not producing me a lot of food right now anyway, if I'm being completely honest. We don't even have a lot of stuff over here. But get rid of all this, get the granary, start placing down more wheat farms, maybe even go for irrigation. How far off are we on irrigation at this point? We shouldn't be that far. Not coffee roaster, church. Irrigation pump, that one. Let's go ahead and research it real quick. We might be able to basically rearrange this entire area, go ahead and get a lot more fertility, place down lots of wheat farms, grind that all up, make a stupid amount of bread, and that's going to feed a huge population for us. But overall, we've grown pretty darn tremendously. We are conquering all the little city-states around us, which isn't worth an absolute ton, but it basically is free money at this point, so I'll take it. And if we can get a little bit more, I'll happily go start vassalizing some people over here, who, by the way, appears to be dying off. No tools, no medicine. Oh no, did I buy so many tools that you can't afford them anymore? Oh, that's so sad for you. Right, well, that'll be all right. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I think we popped off, ladies and gentlemen. We are the terror of the seas. We're conquering all sorts of stuff. My money has skyrocketed. We're still struggling in a few areas, but for the most part, I think we're in a really, really, really commanding position. I just need to manage this carefully, and nothing's going to be able to topple me. Be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.